Finally, Casio has released a new lineup of digital watches that come in a solid stainless steel case. This is the new A1000D-7EF and is one of 5 new premium watches featuring the 3479 module. Now this module is basically identical to the 3472 module found in Casio's most recent foray into the quote-unquote new retro watches, and the one I'm wearing today, the A700WM. I think the only difference really is the color of the LED backlight. This is a white electroluminescent backlight. So let's take a closer look at this watch, see what the case looks like, check out the pearl style dial, and find out if it's worth picking up. Alright, so why don't we head on over to Casio-vintage.eu. You can see this microsite from Casio. So it's got premium watches, round watches, iconic watches, edgy, and mini. We're going to go ahead and click on premium. And here are the new solid stainless steel case watches. There are 5 versions. But for me, there's really only 2 options. There's either the positive display with the mother of pearl styling, or the negative version that has a darker pearl styling. There's also a few other versions that appear to be kind of rose colored. But let's check out the 7EF. So here are a couple different product shots. As you can see in some of these pictures, it looks like the dial kind of has a rose or a pink hue to it, which honestly doesn't really carry over to the real world, as I'll show you in a few minutes. There's a quick shot of the case back. And if we click on features, we can scroll down and see that it indeed does have a solid stainless steel case. The dimensions of this watch are 38 millimeters wide by almost 40 millimeters tall and 7.3 millimeters thick. It's got all your typical functions like stopwatch, automatic calendar, 12/24 hours, daily alarm, hourly chime. It's got a nice stainless steel band as well, with a stainless steel clasp. And the battery lasts for about 3 years. It's got a CR1616 battery, and it's got an electroluminescent panel as well. And here are a couple shots of the 1BEF, which is the negative display with the darker mother of pearl inlays. Pretty handsome looking, but I did opt for the positive display. And this one has a mesh band. In person, this watch is pretty nice looking. I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the mother of pearl like dial, but when you get this thing in your hands, it's actually not too bad. I thought it would be a bit gaudy, but it really does look nice. Some of the online photos make this watch seem to kind of have like a pinkish hue in the right lighting, but I'm really not seeing any of that. It's actually kind of pretty subtle. So if we get up real close here, you can see that the case is carved out of a solid block of stainless steel. The case itself is polished to a nice shine. And the bezel and the lugs are brushed, giving it a nice two-tone look. So the case back on this watch is screwed down, and the stainless steel bracelet is pretty handsome. It's got a nice solid clasp. Unfortunately, there's no micro adjustments on this one, and the bracelet does require you to pound out some pins in order to remove the links. It does have some quick release mechanisms, so it's super easy to remove the stock bracelet and swap it out for another strap if that's what you're into. The backlight's pretty strong. It's got a white electroluminescent backlight. It'll stay on for however long you want, as long as you hold down the button, or until the battery runs out, which apparently is about 3 years for this watch. So all in all, this is a pretty solid entry into what I can only hope is a new trend for Casio in delivering quality digital watches in stainless steel cases. It's a little tough to find this one online right now. I actually purchased this from a retailer in Spain, but I'm assuming these will become more readily available in the new year. Right now this watch runs for about $100. Alright, so before we head out, let's do a nice wrist shot here and see what it looks like. I've got a 6.75 inch wrist. Fits really nicely. Slides well under a shirt cuff. So I think this is a pretty good looking watch. Honestly, I was a little worried about that dial, but in person it's pretty decent looking. This watch also came in a cool little slide out box. It's got a nice little leather carrying case as well. Good presentation. Alright, so there you have it. If you like this video, click the like button down below. Leave some comments in the description about what you think. And if you enjoy my content, please subscribe. I've got some more reviews coming up in the next couple of weeks, including a vintage watch and a brand new watch. So come on back, and we hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching.